Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. Boy, let me tell you, I just sat down after watching today's General Hospital episode. They called it The Rinse, aired on April 29, and I'm still buzzing like I've had too much coffee. I've been following these Port Charles folks for more years than I care to count, and this one really got under my skin in the best way. Michael, bless his heart, has cooked up a plan that's equal parts clever and downright dangerous, and I couldn't stop shaking my head the whole time. And you know how it is when someone's been pushed too far and finally decides enough is enough? That's Michael right now. He's had it with Willow running the show in Port Charles like she owns the whole town. She's got Drew wrapped around her little finger. She's sitting pretty in Congress. She's fighting for those kids, and she's even got Brennan tucked away like a secret weapon. But Michael, he sees right through it. He's ready to hit her where it hurts most, and he's dragging Chase right down with her. One arrow, two targets. That's what he's calling it. I sat there thinking, Lord, this boy is playing with fire and doesn't even see the smoke yet. Here's what got me. Michael watched Chase show up with flowers for Willow, even though the man's got a wife and a little one waiting at home. Something just clicked in Michael's head. He told Carly straight out, if he can make Chase cross that line and fall back into bed with Willow, it'll be the perfect storm. Not only does he get even with Chase for believing he was the one who shot Drew, but he also blows up Willow's whole perfect little life. Her fancy political career? Gone. Her image as the devoted mom? Shattered. Everything she's built comes crashing down. They're even calling it Chillo too, like the old days when those two couldn't stay away from each other. I chuckled out loud when I heard that soap operas sure do love bringing back the old flames, don't they? Now, I'll be honest with you folks. Part of me feels a little sorry for all of them. Those poor kids caught in the middle, the marriages hanging by a thread, the secrets piling up higher than a haystack. Life's messy enough without folks in Port Charles making it 10 times worse. But another part of me, the part that's been watching this show through good times and bad, just couldn't look away. It's like that old saying we have around here. What goes around comes around. Willow's been throwing her weight around for too long, acting like she's untouchable, and Michael's finally handing her a taste of her own medicine. Still, I keep worrying about him. He doesn't seem to realize just how dangerous Willow has become lately. She's not the sweet girl she used to be. She's got claws now, and she knows how to use them. I turned to my wife during the commercial and said, honey, this is going to get ugly before it gets better. She just laughed and told me I say that every week. And she's right, I do. But that's why I keep coming back. These stories feel real, even when they're bigger than life. They remind me of all the times I've seen folks in our own little town get tangled up in jealousy and revenge and second chances. Nobody wins clean in those situations, but watching it unfold on screen, it sure keeps an old man entertained on a quiet afternoon. I don't know about you, but I'm already counting the hours until tomorrow's episode. Will Michael actually pull this off? Will Chase take the bait? And what happens when Willow figures out she's being played? My money's on a whole lot more fireworks. These characters have a way of surprising you when you least expect it. I've got to say, the more I watch, the more I realize just how deep this whole mess runs. Michael isn't just thinking about revenge. He's dead serious about keeping other people out of it too. When Jacinda started digging around, trying to get information from little Charlotte, Michael showed up right in time. He looked her straight in the eye and told her she could stop following Brennan's orders. He didn't want her mixed up in any of this anymore. He said he had his own plan now, and it didn't include her taking any risks. I sat there thinking, that boy still has a good heart somewhere under all that anger. He's trying to protect Jacinda, even while he's plotting to tear everything else apart. But here's what worries me most, Michael doesn't have the full picture, not by a long shot. He believes Willow is the one who shot Drew, and that's bad enough. What he doesn't know is how far she's really gone. Only a few folks in Port Charles understand the truth. She's been drugging Drew, keeping him under control like some kind of prisoner in his own life. She's playing a dangerous game, holding him tight while pretending everything is normal. If Michael keeps pushing like this without knowing the real darkness in Willow, he could end up as her next target. That thought gave me chills. He thinks he's the hunter, but he might be walking straight into the trap. And then there's Chase in all of this. Lord, that man's heart is still tangled up with Willow. She was the love of his life once upon a time, and those old feelings don't just disappear easy. Michael knows it too. That's exactly why he's pushing for this Chillo 2 idea. He wants Chase to cross that line again, to fall back into Willow's arms. If Brooklyn even gets a whiff of something happening between them, it's all over. Their marriage, the happiness they've been building, and especially their dream of becoming foster parents for little Phoebe, it could all crumble in a single moment. One wrong move, one secret night, and that whole family falls apart. I keep turning it over in my mind. Michael's so focused on hitting two birds with one stone, hurting Chase for believing he shot Drew and destroying Willow's perfect image at the same time. He thinks making them sleep together again will blow up her political career and her reputation as a good mother. And maybe it will. But at what cost? These aren't just characters on a screen. They feel like people I've known for years. The kids stuck in the middle, the marriages hanging by a thread, the old loves that refuse to stay buried, it all feels so real and so heavy. Michael's playing with fire, and I'm not sure he sees how hot it's gotten. Willow isn't the sweet girl from before anymore. She's got power now, she's got secrets, and she's willing to do whatever it takes to keep her world from falling apart. If Chase takes the bait, if Jacinda stays out like Michael wants, and if Michael keeps walking around blind to the real danger, well, I just hope the fallout doesn't destroy more lives than he ever intended. These Port Charles stories always have a way of surprising you, and this one feels like it's building up to something big. Even though Michael has this whole plan to make Willow stop her evil schemes, he's still very much a man with a real heart. Deep down, he truly doesn't want to pull anyone else into this mess, not even Jacinda. You could see it clear as day when he went to her and told her she could drop everything. He didn't want her digging for information from Charlotte or taking any more orders from Brennan. He said it with real care in his voice, like he was protecting someone he genuinely cares about. That part of him makes me like the guy, even when I don't agree with what he's doing. He's trying to fight this battle on his own, so nobody else gets hurt. But I keep thinking this war he's starting isn't going to be quick or clean. It feels like it's going to drag on for a long time and leave a lot of pain behind. Michael wants to stop Willow's wicked plans, but revenge like this has a way of spreading further than you expect. It touches people who never asked to be part of it. Those little kids are going to suffer the most. Brooklyn could lose everything she's built if she even suspects something is happening between Chase and Willow again. Their marriage, their home, their dream of raising Phoebe together, it could all break apart so easily. Chase is in a tough spot too. Willow was once the love of his life, and those old feelings can come rushing back when you least expect it. Michael is counting on that. He wants Chase to cross the line so he can destroy Willow's perfect image and her political career at the same time. But if it works, the damage won't stop with just them. It's going to ripple out and hurt so many others. Michael thinks he's doing what needs to be done, but he still doesn't know the full truth about how dangerous Willow really is. He believes she shot Drew, but he has no idea she's been drugging him and controlling him like a prisoner. If he keeps pushing without seeing the whole picture, this long battle could end up costing him more than he ever imagined. I just hope his good heart doesn't get lost in all the anger before it's too late. Anyway, I'll be right here on my same old couch, same time tomorrow, coffee in one hand and remote in the other. If you've been watching too, drop me a line and tell me what you think. Is Michael going too far this time? Or is Willow finally about to get exactly what she deserves? Either way, I'm hooked. These Port Charles days sure do make life a little more interesting, don't they?